A lot of you guys have been reaching out to me on Instagram, sharing some of your personal stories, your hardships, things you're trying to let go of. I just want to say I really appreciate that. I like the fact that you feel comfortable enough with me to do that. That means I'm doing something right in these videos. So I encourage you to continue doing so. I always respond. I enjoy listening to your stories. I can't promise that I'll always have all of the answers or the best advice, but I will try my best to guide you in the right direction depending on my own experience, because I've dealt with a lot of the same things. I'm also getting a lot of questions in the comments. Continue doing that as well. I respond to all of them. I just want to say that I have a bachelor's degree in psychology, but I'm not a licensed mental health professional, so I'm not in a position to be giving you any kind of medical advice or anything like that. So I just take everything I say with a grain of salt. So I spent the weekend in Vermont by myself. Occasionally I like to go up there and just get an Airbnb and just sort of sit in solitude. And it got me sort of thinking about the topic of loneliness. And this is something I'm going to discuss in this video. I think this is an important topic for everybody, and it's definitely important for me because it's something that I've struggled with for many years. And I'm hoping maybe by the end of this video, you'll walk away with some new insight. Loneliness is interesting because if you're anything like me, you'll come to understand that it has nothing to do with your external relationships or how many people you have around you. It's actually, it's a very intrinsic sort of feeling. And it's more of a matter of just not being comfortable being in your own skin. You're not comfortable being yourself. And this is why, I mean, how many times have you felt lonely when you're around, even your closest friends and family? I know for me, it was a lot. So the thing is, I'm going to try to give you an exercise that may sort of help you with this. It definitely worked for me, and I think that you will find some benefit from it. So the thing is, I think that people often misinterpret this feeling, and they think that the way to alleviate it is by searching it in other people. And this is why people end up in toxic relationships, toxic friendships, or things like cults or organized religion, because they're so desperate to alleviate this feeling of loneliness that they're searching for it in all of the wrong places. But like I said, the only way to alleviate it is within yourself, with your own being. And the other reason that being comfortable being alone is very important is because in order for letting go or any type of healing to be done effectively, you have to be comfortable spending time with yourself. Because if you can't really sit alone for a long period of time and just be comfortable with your emotions and feelings because you have this sort of resistance to the solitude, it's going to make the process very difficult. So I'm just going to try to get you more comfortable with being alone if that's something that you struggle with. So the way that I did this is I just started basically sitting for an hour every single day and doing mindfulness meditation. It was really important that I did it for at least 30 minutes to an hour, because this really got me comfortable just sitting in that silence by myself and just sort of surrendering. I essentially just sat completely alone, just breathed in and out through my nose, focused on my breath. And I just made this a daily habit. I did this for about a week, and I noticed that these feelings of loneliness started to alleviate drastically. I used to feel like this all of the time. I never really felt comfortable with myself no matter what I was doing. And I noticed when I just sat and I sort of just surrendered to the moment is when I started feeling better. So I really encourage you to start spending time in solitude without any distractions. Try to make this a habit every single day for at least 30 minutes to an hour. Just no external stimulation at all, no people, no phones, TV. And the important aspect of this is to not resist the uncomfortable feelings that are going to arise when you're doing this. You're going to feel feelings of loneliness, and you're going to wish you had people around. You have to sort of surrender this and not resist it. And this is ultimately what's going to make you more comfortable in solitude. Don't get lost in the thoughts like, I feel so alone, or I wish someone was here. Just same as when you do letting go, just focus on the feelings that come up and just surrender to them. Again, this is going to be very physical. We don't want to think too much. We want to relax the mind. We want to sort of silence the mind. You just want to get comfortable just sitting in that state of surrender. Like I said, I just went to Vermont. I wasn't feeling too good last week. I was feeling a little down. I went to Vermont and I did this for a few days, and it really helped drastically. I sort of just sat. I didn't do a lot of like texting or Instagram or any of that. I just sat alone. It was like a sort of a log cabin style type place. I just sat and I just got comfortable with the uncomfortable feelings that came up, right? Because I still struggle with this from time to time, and this usually really helps. So I hope that this was insightful for you. And if you have anything you'd like to add, or if you are struggling with loneliness, please feel free to comment below or reach out to me. Like I said, I'm always willing to listen. And thank you. Signing off. I'll see you on the next video.